Hello, this is the Programmer 86, and today I am going to talk about how to create a bank application. And bank applications are used in so many different bank companies, and the Java programming language is used in so many bank languages, and these days software engineers are necessary, and cybersecurity professionals or other computer science professionals are needed at banks in order to prevent fraud or hacking or phishing. Phishing is when you get scammed online and they take your money and you lose your money online. Now let's begin. All right, the first thing I'm gonna talk about are initial you have to initialize import java.util scanner because you're gonna include because you have to put in and how much money you want to add, withdraw, and these are the global private variables like double balance is how much money you have, double previous transaction how much money you took out or took out or put in, the name, which is your name. Now here's the constructor. Alright, for the constructor I did public bank, double val, string num, string ID, and I decided to set the balance to absolute value of val because I don't want a negative number to happen. Sorry for that error. Because I don't want having a negative balance. No one does. This is your name, which is a string. The parameter is sending that and setting it to the name. The parameter ID is setting the ID num to the ID. And here's the deposit method where you can only deposit if the amount is greater than 0 and the balance is greater than equal to 0, or else if the amount is less than 0 and the balance is let's see greater than equal to 0, then you must do that, or else you cannot deposit a negative amount. And here's the withdrawal method where if the amount's greater than 0 and balance is greater than or equal to 0 and math.absolute the amount, that value of the amount is less than the balance or equal to the balance, you have to then you do balance equals balance minus it, and then it sets the previous transaction to that amount, or else if the amount is greater in the math.absolute value. This is the shell menu where welcome, your name and your ID is, and I did a do while loop because you have to do it at least once because when they do it, it does it at least once. A do while loop does it at least once, but while unknown loop for a while loop does it for unknown amount of times. For loop does it for a specific amount, a fixed amount. I did a switch case where I switch the option. Let's say the case is A, and I have to put a break at every case because if it does, it will continue looping through the cases. A break, let's see, quits you out of an if statement or a conditional or a loop. Case C, let's see, and then it does an if. Then and I countered it by doing creating another variable to counter it like this. KC, then default, which is basically an else, while it does not equal to E, and get name, return it equal to A. Now let's test it. So like when I put it a negative number, it changed it to a positive number. That's the reason why you have to use math in if statement or math.absolute value. Now let's try doing a positive number to see if that works. That worked. Now see. That worked. Now that is it.